Hello Capricorn, this is Catherine with Oracle Intuitions. Welcome to your weekly reading for May 20th to the 27th. We're going to be taking a look into the energies of the mind, the heart, and relationships, as well as a message from Spirit. This is going to be for all Capricorn placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, as well as cross watchers if you wish to watch. But please remember that not all messages will resonate with you. Please take what does resonate and leave the rest. If this reading does resonate with you, please remember to click subscribe. Please click like, comment below. Let me know if the reading does resonate with you. And if you would like a personal reading, you can contact me at oracleintuitions.com. So let's take a look and see what's coming forward for our Capricorns this upcoming week. We're going to start off with the energy of the head or the mind, all right? And this is going to be things that we may be focusing in on or external energies around us. So the first thing we have is serendipity. Beautiful energy coming through. Second card, a leg up. Third card coming through, the fates. Wow, okay. So there's some pretty strong energy that's coming through already. What I'm getting here is that for some of you, you're getting into this place. This serendipity is like things flowing, you know, being in this place of abundance. I kind of feel like for some of you, you're following a path, or you're starting to recognize a path within yourself. Starting to look at the things that you're really attracted to doing, you know, going forward with your life. So this could have to do with work. I do feel that for some of you, this is like maybe perhaps a career path or a life purpose path in some way. When we have that leg up, now, of course, we're going to be clarifying, but when we have that leg up, it's like you already have a leg up in the fact that you already know, you already have that sense or that feeling within inside of yourself, and now it's time to follow it. I also get here that there's, you know, some help coming in for you. So this could be, you know, external help around you, like maybe people, family support, something like that. Could be a partner that's helping, but I'm also getting here that you're getting that help from Spirit, all right? Especially with that fates coming through. It feels like Spirit's guiding you. Spirit has been sending you the messages. Maybe there's been the urges of what it is that you're wanting to do. You might even been, you know, drawn to some sort of research, maybe perhaps, you know, looking things up and seeing how you can take those steps forward to accomplishing them. That's what I'm getting here. All right. And, you know, it even could have to do to some degree with relationships, but I'm getting that this is more of a life purpose energy. We are going to be looking into relationships in a little bit here, but let's get some clarification first. So yeah, we have this Page of Pentacles. So it's like a new project for, again, for some of you, it might even be about going to school, or you might be thinking about going to school, or again, like I had said, you know, before, you might be doing research. All right. Research is towards whatever path that it is that you're thinking about taking. Something seems attractive to you, or maybe perhaps, again, you're getting those urges or those desires, or, you know, whatever it is. And I feel like what Spirit is saying to you is that those are coming in for a reason. Those are coming in for a direct reason. And it's maybe time to really start following them, follow those urges. This could have to do with the fates. Maybe perhaps you're getting that knowledge, even if you're in an established career. Okay, even if you're an established career, you might even be looking at, you know, things that, you know, to do as a hobby, or maybe a side, you know, gig or a side business, or maybe there's some sort of healing opportunities coming through, you know, helping with healing in some way. But I'm really getting like something new is coming forward for you. We also have this Queen of Wands coming in, and it talks about, you know, there's a talent here. All right. And this is just within this reading. You know, normally what the Queen of Wands represents is somebody who's exciting, in control of themselves, you know, being in that place. They have fiery energy, they have passion. So I feel like, you know, what it's talking about here is having passion towards something, or something new. I mean, this even could have to do with, you know, maybe a promotion within your job, or again, a career advancement. but it almost feels like for some of you, you might be seeking out something new. And it doesn't mean that you're going to, you know, quit your job and run toward it. For some of you, that may have to do with it. But I'm kind of getting that this might be something that it's drawing you to it, okay? It's something that you feel like might be a purpose or a life purpose of some sort. We also have the Seven of Pentacles. So it talks about seeds well planted, efforts and investments that will be rewarded in the future. So when you're getting those urges, there's also talks about patience. When you're getting these urges or these desires or these thoughts that are coming through, it's planting those seeds. Start planting those seeds. Again, you know, do the research towards it, right? Start looking it up. Maybe even do some investigation on it, right? Go to a class. Go, you know, check things out, because it feels like there's a evolution. It feels like an evolution for yourself, okay? Like a personal evolution of some sort that's coming through. We have the Ten of Swords coming in. So it talks about the end of a situation. It brings relief, sadness, or both. The opportunity for new happiness, a weight off of your shoulders. The end of an addiction, a melodramatic reaction. All right, so when we have that Ten of Swords coming through, again, some of you might be thinking about leaving your career. You might be thinking about stepping away. But it almost feels like the end of, and we're going to clarify this in a second. I actually want to clarify this Ten of Swords. But it feels like the end of staying in a place. I'm just trying to put the words in. It feels like the end of staying in a situation or a place that wasn't serving you. It's kind of like allowing yourself to follow a path, like ending the closed-mindedness is what I keep getting. Like ending that place of being closed-minded towards something new. That's what I get. Yeah, look at this. We've got the Three of Pentacles. Literally, can't make this up. Do what you love, right? Recognition for the highest quality of work. It's like do what you love rather than what what you feel that you were being forced to do. And again, it might even be just a side thing or a side gig or, whatever, right? But it's almost like a spiritual evolution of some sort. And it may not have to do with spirit, but I do feel like spirit is guiding you towards this. All right? We also have the World coming through. Brilliant success, a time of joyful accomplishment, spiritual achievement, enlightenment. All right? And this is exactly what I said, spiritual enlightenment. It feels like some sort of spiritual evolution that's coming through. But it also really talks about ending old cycles. And I do get that the closed-mindedness in some way has to do with this, okay? And it doesn't mean that you're closed-minded in all areas, but you might have come across this path where you're I can't do that because of, A, B, C, D, E, giving yourself reasons or giving yourself excuses. It might have even been something that you've been wanting or desiring for a long time, but you've been in this place of resistance, okay, because of excuses or, again, maybe not having the resources for it or whatever. But what I'm getting here is that spirit is trying to help with this. The resources may even be, presenting themselves or coming in, or those opportunities may be showing themselves, again, giving you that new path or that new direction. And it does feel like it's some sort of path, like some sort of, personal spiritual path in some way, or some sort of personal 11 ascension path. Let's say that. All right. We have the two of Swords coming through, being unable or unwilling to make a decision. Yeah, I feel like this is ending. All right. I feel like it's ending now, and I feel like this is what it was talking about, is that stagnancy. Again, you might have had, the desires to go towards it. You might have had the urges to go towards it, but there's been excuses, and that's left you stagnant. And I feel like you're removing that energy now and starting to follow your heart, starting to follow those desires. And we also have the Temperance card coming through, right? Blending the ideas of others to your own to create something extraordinary. For some of you, this might have to do with a partnership of some sort, all right? But I'm also getting here that this also could have to do with spirit. That this has to do with spirit. Blending the ideas. Spirit is bringing you these ideas, all right? Look at this, Two of Cups coming through, all right? Falling in love or the resurgence of a romantic relationship, forgiveness, ending of challenges, right? I'm getting here too that for some of you, this could have to do with a relationship. There might be a new balance towards a relationship or within a relationship, right? You might have even had this urge to renew a relationship in some way or go towards it. But again, there's been a resistance here. And I feel like Spirit is saying to you, you know what? Follow your heart. You already know what it is that you want to do. Why are you holding back? And this is really what I feel like is kind of the theme of this reading. Why are you holding back? Right? These things are coming through. These urges are coming through. You know, again, it could have to do with a partnership in some way. All right, we had that Three of Pentacles coming through. You know, there could be a partnership that maybe, you know, will build on a business or a new opportunity. It could even be romantic, but it feels like it's time to follow whatever it is. So stop holding yourself back on it, because once you open up to it, Spirit is going to allow and really help create, you know, the resources, the energy. It's, you know, you're going to be able to, it's like a whole new path opens up to you. When we try closing doors, you know, especially to things that have to do with our particular life purpose or whatever, Spirit keeps trying to open a door for us. And once we accept that door, like if we stop making these excuses towards it, and we say, okay, this is what I'm really feeling I need to do. This is what I'm being drawn to. This feels like the path that I need to follow. It's amazing how fast Spirit will open those doors for us. Okay? And that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting for you at this moment. So let's take a look into relationships and see what's coming through for you, Capricorn. Let's see what this has to do with relationships. First card coming in, we have the Phoenix. Be prepared to be renewed after a period of crisis. This is exactly like a renewal, right? I just keep feeling this renewal. Now, it could have to do with a relationship, all right? You know, this even could be just a separate thing as a, you know, compared to what we were just reading on, you know, the renewal within a spiritual evolution of some sort. But I do feel that for some of you, there might be a renewal within a relationship. And I mentioned that earlier. All right. A renewal of some sort. Now, it doesn't mean that, you know, and it doesn't have to be an ex coming back or anything like this. This could be a renewal within a particular energy with you and your partner. Maybe perhaps, you know, somebody that you do want, you know, to have returned. Maybe somebody that you've been thinking about that's been on your mind. It feels like a renewal is coming in here. All right. This even could be maybe somebody that, you know, you thought wasn't interested or whatever, but now there's a renewal coming in through, coming in at this time. It talks about the sun. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. Again, I feel like, you know, why are you holding back, right? This is that energy that's coming through. Why are you holding back? Why are you closing the doors? Or why were you? It's time to open up. There's enormous, beautiful things that are trying to come through for you, but you have to be in that place of accepting. All right. Follow the urges, follow the desires. You know what it is that you want. Now you have to allow it to present itself. Wait, look at this proposal. A romantic or business proposal is indicated. Wow. Wow. Capricorn. Okay. I feel like there's something that's trying to, you know, again, this really could have to do with a romantic partner. Could have to do with a business partner, you know. But it feels like there's something that's, you know what it feels like? It feels like it's on the threshold, right? It feels like it's on the threshold. Something's on the threshold. And all you have to do is open the door and allow it in, whatever it is. Okay. For many of you, this could be a new relationship or again, a renewal within a relationship, especially if that relationship was, you know, stagnant in some way, right? But it feels like there is some sort of renewal coming. And again, it's sitting on the threshold. So open up that door. Allow it to come in. All right. Especially if you've been having those urges and those desires towards it. You already know what you want. Look at the sun wealth coming through. All right. Now, this doesn't have to be in a monetary form for some of you. It may be. Okay. But I do feel that this has to do with stability. send wealth with an abundance, right? Being into a better abundant place. We actually had that at the beginning here, right? We had the abundance coming through. And I really did feel that, you know, with the serendipity, right? It's like the abundance is trying to come in. But again, you know, you got to open up that door and allow it, right? You have to let it come in. Follow those. Now, even though this is showing a slot machine, I'm just going to put up a warning here. Probably not coming in from the lottery, okay? Or from gambling. Just saying that. This is going to be through work of your own work and your, you know, own personal evolution in some way. Look at this. We have the main male and we have the mature woman. When I'm looking at this, it feels like for some of you, this could be, you know, that proposal coming through, that next step in a relationship coming through. There could be an engagement for some of you. I really feel like your person, or, you know, who it is that's on your mind, again, you have to allow it. You have to let it, you know, present itself, right? Even if there's nobody currently in your life, by following the urges, maybe you're getting an urge to go someplace or to take a class or, you know, to, you know, start something new. And that could be the present or the beginning of something beautiful, whatever it is. But it's interesting how we have that mature, that main male and the mature female. All right. And when we talk about the mature female, this doesn't need to be somebody old or somebody, you know, whatever. This talks about somebody who behaves in a mature manner, right? And following their urge, following their, again, their instinct. We already had that Queen of Wands coming in. This is somebody dynamic and beautiful and exciting and, you know, passion towards what it is that they believe in. That's what I keep getting. So let's get some more clarification. Yeah, we have the Nine of Wands coming through. Protect what you have created. Be prepared. Never give up. And ask your angels for help. I do feel that you guys are getting angels for help, you know, helping you out throughout this process, right? The one thing I am picking up with this Nine of Wands, I want to clarify that the Hermit, and we have the Ace of Wands. I'm getting here not to go back into like old habits or old paradigms, okay? I feel like for some of you, there might need to be some releasing that comes through here, especially with this Hermit, all right? And it does really talk about, you know, time spent in peaceful meditation and meaningful solitude. Shine your light as an example to others, right? Seek out a spiritual mentor. It's more about self-discovery. And I feel like what needs to happen here, or what some of you may already be doing, is really going deep inside of yourself. And again, following those urges, following those desires, right? We have these new opportunities, you know, for something passionate, right? It talks about an amazing opportunity. Be bold, courageous, and optimistic. So if there's things that are holding you back, go inside of yourself and do some self-analyzation, right? Take a look into yourself and ask yourself, you know, why am I holding back on this? Why am I, you know, what am I scared of? Is there what is triggering me? What is, you know, what is happening? And really put a very mature look onto it. Again, we have this mature woman, right? We have that main male. It kind of feels like, you know, the mature woman is not somebody who, she doesn't focus on, you know, the things that aren't needed or necessary, right? She takes a realistic view. She looks at things in a logical way, but she also looks at it from a passionate point of view. And I feel that might be, you know, is what's necessary. It's like, take a good and deep, long look into figuring out what is holding you back. Why am I holding myself back, you know, in regards to whatever it is that I'm trying to move towards, or that I feel these urges and desires towards, all right? We also have the Ace of Pentacles. So we've got all of these aces coming in. This is beautiful. A windfall of abundance, wise counsel, good fortune, right? Exciting career opportunity. You know, it's really about, the Ace of Pentacles really talks about like starting that foundation, right? Starting the beginning of building that new foundation towards whatever it is. And again, you know, it could have to do, you know, maybe it's time to do some research, maybe looking into something. But I'm kind of feeling, especially within relationships, I feel that by following your heart, there is that windfall of abundance that wants to come through. All right. Again, it could have to do with material, right? Material things, material possessions, wealth of some sort. But I'm also getting that it could have to do with stability and security within a relationship. Being in that stable place within a relationship where there is this love, right? We had this proposal coming through. And it just feels like taking those steps towards maybe even somebody who is mature, right? You understand. I think you understand what I'm saying. We also have that Nine of Swords. Yeah, so I feel like it's time to ask yourself what is holding you back, right? Because it really does talk about, look at this, unfounded fear. It's like expecting the worst. So for some of you, you might be in this place of expecting the worst by opening up your heart, you know, or opening up those doors. Maybe you're scared to open those doors. But again, by doing some self-analyzation, you're really going to start to figure this out. Maybe this is the week to, you know, to do that, go into that place of being that hermit, allowing yourself to take a look at what, you know, what triggers you, what, you know, emotionally or mentally is holding you back from things, because it really is an unfounded fear in some way. And the angels are coming in and they are trying to help you. They are trying to guide you. Last card, we have the King of Swords coming through, right? So he talks about intelligent, impartial, respected, receiving wise advice. For some of you, this even could have to do, maybe for some of you, you do want to talk to somebody. Maybe it's somebody that, you know, you do want to go to and just kind of, you know, ask them about it. It could be a counselor, right? For some of you, maybe, you know, but here's the thing. With the King of Swords, he's a very mature man. All right, he's a very mature man. He's a very mature individual. You know, gender doesn't really matter within this. And he comes from a place of working out his own problems, all right? He comes up with a strategy to help him move forward, or to help him seek the best possible next move. He can be very strategic. And I feel like that's what's happening here. He always talks about communicate clearly, all right? I want to clarify. I really do. I feel like I want to clarify this King of Swords. We have the Five of Wands, the Awakening, so the Hangman, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like what Spirit is saying is that if for some reason you're holding yourself back, or you're in this place of fear, okay, this place of fear is coming through, we do have to go into that Hangman mode, okay? It really feels like there's some healing that needs to happen. It doesn't mean that you need to, you know, close doors on anything, but maybe just take a temporary pause, okay? And again, you know, figure out why you're holding yourself back from seeking, or, you know, receiving that wealth and that abundance that's trying to come through. Why is it that you're closing the doors? Because, you know, I really feel like Spirit is trying to help with throughout this process. Spirit is trying to bring you in that abundance. Spirit's trying to, you know, open up that new path for you. So that's what I'm getting, you know. And, you know, if you do have those fears that keep popping up, or if you do feel, you know, restricted in some way, time to really go into yourself and maybe take a deep look and try to figure out what exactly is happening within that. So let's get a message from Spirit and see what's coming in. Message from Spirit. In the world, not of the world. Okay, so again, I feel like there's a deeper spiritual evolution that's coming through here, that's trying to present itself. And it also talks about the sacred fool. Okay, interesting. Yeah, releasing allegiances. I kind of feel here is that I'm getting this energy of vulnerability. All right, this energy of vulnerability. And I kind of am getting here when it talks about those releasing allegiances. Why are you hanging on to things? Again, it goes back down to that Nine of Swords energy. Why are we hanging on to things that we don't need to be a part of? Okay. Or why is it that, what are we scared of? Maybe for some of you, especially with that sacred Fool coming in, maybe you felt like your strings were being pulled by others in the past. Okay. Things, that you aligned yourself with people that weren't of your moral quality, or had the same inspirations as you, whatever it is. It kind of feels like this right now is that personal spiritual evolution that you've been seeking. All right. And you may have to go into yourself, go into that hangman mode where you're just allowing spirit to guide you, where you are looking at things from the past, looking at things, in a way that they can be released, especially if they have to do, with energies that just didn't resonate with you at that time. You can let them go. And I truly think that this is beautiful because something else is wanting to come in. It's like that spirit wants to open that path of that abundance for you. And I believe that's absolutely beautiful. So thank you so much for watching, Capricorn. Have an amazing week. Please, if this reading has resonated with you, please subscribe to the channel because it really does help my channel to grow. Please click like, please comment below if this resonated with you. And if you would like a personal reading, contact me at oracleintuitions.com. Take care and many blessings.